So in this video, I just want to kind of talk through with you this project. So, I haven't, this is my first time designing a project like this. And so let me just kind of talk to you. So I say that because I'm pretty open in how you come up with an idea. And if you have any degree of uncertainty about whether your idea is good enough or not, just send me a quick email and I will reply back to you and kind of give you an idea. But here's what I'm hoping for and expecting. But again, I'm coming at it with a pretty open mind. I'd like you to both. There's both a writing component and a audio component, audio/video component. Let's talk about the written component first. I think it'd be difficult to get it done in as little as 6 pages. You probably will be closer to the 9 pages. And in that 9 pages, um, um, what you're going to do is you're going to be, I should say, present, you're going to be reviewing and doing a critical assessment of an entrepreneurial project that has a ecological and or sustainability component. Now, there's 2 ways that you can do this. There are some of you who, at least from your introductions, seem to me like you might even have some business ideas. So then what I'd like you to do is use this project as your point in time to be building out that business plan. You may have developed that already for another class. Totally fine. You would basically refine it for whatever you need for this course, but I will not consider that like, double dipping or, whatever you kids call it these days. But it would be structured like a typical business plan. A typical business plan is one where you present the problem that you see that exists. You would be discussing your solution to that problem, be it that you're providing a good or a service that provides that solution, identifying the potential market and the customers for that product or service, and then developing a timeline or budget. And as I say here, even if it's just the beginnings of an idea, this would be your chance with this project to write it out. Don't stop yourself from this option. Let's call it option number 1. Don't stop yourself from doing this option, even if it seems less certain to you, even if it's just the beginning of an idea. Seriously, this is an undergraduate, course. This is your time, your chance, your opportunity to take chances. I mean, if there ever were, right? This is your time. Now, I give you a kind of a site here to look at alternatively, which has kind of like a list of ideas. So even if you feel like you have an entrepreneurial mind, but you've never thought of this, well, I don't know, just look at this kind of lending tree, kind of big old list of different things. And that might give you kind of an idea of some things to think about. Okay. Oh, and I could kind of share with you one too. The one thing I just got an electric car not too long ago, about a month ago. And the concern with that kind of vehicle, so I'm kind of presenting to you a problem, but I don't have anywhere near the entrepreneurial spirit to develop this into something further. But if you do, take the idea and run with it. But the idea would be is that, with this electric car, what I'm always concerned about is what if, I don't follow how many miles I've got left of range as closely as I should, and I run out of power, right? And there's no charging ability near me, right? If I was driving a regular car, I would just, call AAA and they would come and they'd bring a gallon of gas and I'd drive to the next gas station. But how do you do that with an electric car, right? I'm not even sure if AAA will come out with like I don't know, like a big portable battery, I guess, and charge my car enough, or does it have to get towed? I don't know. Well, look that up as an idea. That might be something. Someone's probably already come up with something like that, but you could develop it for, the specific location or a particular kind of customer or those kinds of things. options are open. You can look at that big list of all those different eco-friendly ideas, but that's not even a comprehensive, exhaustive list. So, look at other things. So we'll call that option 1. That's for you more entrepreneurial minded. Then we've got option 2. So this other option is that you look and you do a review of something else that someone else has done. You'd be doing the same things though. You'd be doing a review and a critical assessment of that entrepreneurial project that has an ecological component. So the challenge really becomes down to finding the right one. So these are just some kind of sample Google search terms. I mean, you could probably even ask AI, and ChatGPT or Google Gemini or something could even come up with some ideas as well. That's fine. Here's another one too. This one was kind of cool. You could kind of look at, some startups that have this kind of thing, and they kind of list a set of different companies out there that, do this kind of stuff. I haven't looked at any of these really closely, but it's just to give you an idea of, other products. And again, it might actually inspire you. You might look at this and be like, I could do better than that. And you might actually do option 1, even if you are originally going into it with the idea that you're going to do option 2. So this is just, you could look at that site, you could type in these Google search terms, and you'll come up with something. Now, the question is, how do you do that review and how do you do that critical assessment? Well, in the review, you're doing this part for me. So even if you do option 2, in your review, you're telling me what the problem is that these entrepreneurs are trying to solve. How is it that their product is solving it? Telling me who their customers are. And then you're obviously not doing the timeline or budget, but that's where you're putting in your critical assessment. And so the bulk of your grade, if you choose option 2, will come from that critical assessment, especially. Now, you may find it useful to look at some of these kind of outside sources that I picked. And again, sorry, I should have said option 2. So, this gives you kind of an idea of what I'm kind of hoping for here as you write it up. Then, after you've written it up, then I want you to talk about it with me. So I'm obviously going to read everything that you've written. But I often find that in talking about it, more of your connection to the project and the thing that you're creating comes out, right? Either you're going to be excited about it or you're not going to be excited about it. And that should be evident to me in how you talk about it. But also, I think that you can also sometimes draw connections in a way that some of you are just really good writers, but some of you are not. You're developing writers, right? But you might be able to explain it well in words. I don't know, do 3 to 5 minutes. Just talking about it. You can do it as a voice memo, like do it as a voice memo on your phone. But if it were me doing it, you don't have to show your face in doing it. I would do it as a video memo, and you might just want to be like kind of going through your product page by page. Don't read it to me like you're a hostage or something like that. Just talk about it. You'd be kind of scrolling and talking about it. And then the way to share the video with me is that you would, an easy way to do it would be something like this. You could just go to YouTube, and even if you don't have an account, it'll work with any Google account. And you can see up here in the corner where it's got like a plus sign with create once you've logged in. Click on that, and you can see that you can upload a video or go live. And I would say that you just do the go live option, right? So you would just go live and you would create a video. Or again, if you know how to do it on your computer, create the video using your kind of just internally save the video to your computer. And then you could just go to plus create and just upload that video that you created or the audio file. And then once it's uploaded to YouTube in Canvas, what you'd be sharing with me is the link to the YouTube. I think that's it. Again, happy to look over things, happy to read drafts, happy to even just give you confirmation, affirmation about your ideas. I hope this kind of gives you a good. If I had done this before, I would give you samples, but I've never done this before. So um, there's an extent to which you really can't go wrong in the sense that I've given you some broad expectations, but I don't have a very clear idea of what I want and what I don't want. I'm being prepared to be surprised. So be prepared to surprise me. Okay.